It was New Year's Eve. I was so happy and filled with anticipation. Christmas Day, and then the New Year. It was all so lovely. Even though it was New Year's Eve, my family was still at work. I paid them a visit. They were operating a top and tailor machine. Vegetables move along a conveyor belt while the workers remove any stones or debris before the cutting blades are reached. I put my hand into the machine to help. I was only 7 years old. Well, it didn't happen quite like that. My right hand was dragged into the machine. Luckily for me, someone instantly turned it off. It took an hour for the machine to be dismantled. All the while, my grandmother cuddled me in her lap and soothed me as only she could. My parents were distraught. I was finally freed from the machine, but my right hand had been crushed and the flesh torn from it. The ambulance taking me to the hospital was given a police escort. We tore through that horrible Jeps cross intersection at high speed. I had lost a lot of blood and the paramedics were anxious about me. We finally arrived at the Women's and Children's. With me came parts of my hand that had been retrieved from the machine. It had not been a happy New Year's Eve. The doctors thought that my hand would have to be amputated. Then my luck changed. It was decided that a radical technique would be tried in order to save my hand. What followed was a 10-hour operation. My hand was reconstructed and surgically attached to my tummy, where it would stay for 6 weeks. The operation took 10 hours. My mother spent all those hours in the cathedral praying for me. As parts of my hand recovered, they were detached from my tummy. The process took 6 weeks. I stayed in hospital for 3 months altogether and then went home. What followed were many follow-up operations and intense physiotherapy, but I had my hand back. After spending so long in bed, I was no longer able to walk, so Mum and Dad had to teach me, just as if I were a toddler again. It was thought that learning to play piano would be very good therapy for my hand, so at age 7, I began to learn. Life has a habit of producing the unanticipated. What commenced as a therapy became a love. Playing piano has been a significant part of my life. It was eventually to determine my choice of career. I auditioned for the Conservatorium of Music, and although no one knew anything about my hand, I was accepted and eventually graduated. In 2011, I was appointed as music teacher at St Aloysius. Some of you may know me.